Hello, critics! This is Rated TSM, so excuse the glare in my glasses, but as you already know, in my last video I talked about studying abroad and talked about studying abroad in South Korea, and that I'm teaching myself Korean. So I decided to do a little video on my motivations and what my reasons are for choosing South Korea, beyond the few things that I told you in my last video. My original plan has been, ever since I was a child, to study abroad in Japan and just be there and experience the culture for an entire year. Well, that plan kind of just fell apart as soon as I got to college because my mind started to change. So, for the reason why I wanted to study abroad in Japan for so long, even to the point where I had conflicts within myself, thinking like, oh, do I study abroad in Japan or do I study abroad someplace else? Was because I'd always been interested in Japanese culture. I loved doing projects on Japan. I loved talking about it, stuff like that. And I just figured, okay, this history is drastically different than Western history and everything that we normally learn in schools. So why not just go to a place like this? Especially since, I heard from some people in high school in this program that I was a part of that if you go to Seoul, it's pretty Western, it's not like Japan. So I just figured Japan has to be the place I go because I need to get away from all these Western influences and culture and experience something else. As for why I changed my mind after so many years. So I figured that since I've already been to Japan, I might as well just go to a place that I haven't been to before, like South Korea. And yes, you could say, well, why not go some other place? But seeing how there will obviously be some kind of language barrier because, like I said, I only expect to just have conversational fluency if I work hard enough by the time I get there. So I might as well just go to a place and actually, I guess get the full experience and extent of what it's like to live in another country for an entire year. A country that I'm not necessarily comfortable with. I'm not saying that I have any discomfort by going to South Korea, but I am comfortable with Japan in the sense that I have been to Japan. I know places in Japan. I know that Japan does not have very many street names. And I've been to Harajuku, so why go to Tokyo again when I already know many different neighborhoods in Tokyo? So, by going here, it'll help enrich me in a lot of ways, and I just think that, I get to say host family or something like that, it'll definitely even be a much better experience. That's my interest in history and study abroad. As for the rest of my house, it's dark now because, rainy weather, so I went to the bathroom because it's the only place with light. As you can see, my house has a skylight. This thing is pretty nice, I guess, for times like this. But tell me what countries you guys have been to. Tell me what country you guys would like to go to. Tell me what country you guys are studying abroad in, if you're currently studying abroad, and what it's like. So, you can also follow me on Instagram, Twitter, and Snapchat. And see you later, critics. And try to not let it rain on you. If you're in Philadelphia right now, it's pretty gloomy. My one friend, she just got back from Florida.